What's up people, I'm Halls and this is Defeat the Enemy, the YouTube gaming show with added calcium for strong, healthy bones. I beat Yakuza Dead Souls and this is what I thought. So first off, what is Yakuza Dead Souls? Well, it's a spin-off from the Yakuza series of games. The main series is a beat 'em up, this is a zombie shooter, so kind of a weird one. Let's get into the good stuff first. I liked the characters. You've got Kazuma Kiryu, who's the main character from the series. You've got Majima, who's a recurring boss fight, but character-wise, he's kind of like friends and rivals with Kiryu. And then you've got Goda, who's a boss from the first or second game, but now he's on your side, and his arm is now a Gatling gun for some reason. And then you've got Akiyama from the fourth and fifth games. It's a good mix of characters. Each one has an act, and then Kiryu has two acts because he's the main guy, so he gets to kill the final boss basically. So I like those guys. It was good playing as them. I also like the story. It was a lot less convoluted than the usual Yakuza games. It was a lot easier to follow what was happening. There's a little bit more humour in there as well. It kind of needed it really because it's a bit of a silly subject matter, so you need a bit of humour in there just to lighten things up a bit. I also quite like the graphics. It's basically the same as Yakuza 4, which looked really good. So yeah, just the same as Yakuza 4 really. I really liked it. On the bad side, you've got the controls. They are shit. It's a third-person shooter, but you don't actually aim your guns. The character auto-aims. Which wouldn't be too bad, but they auto-aim based on where the character model is facing, not where the camera is facing. So, like, you're shooting off screen and you can't see what you're shooting at and shit like that. So basically you have to hold down L1 to strafe to be able to hit anything. But that is really, really fiddly because when you press L1 it snaps to where the character's facing again, not where the camera's facing, so you have to move your guy around, face him at the enemy, hold down L1, then shoot. It's like you're getting swarmed by fucking enemies all the time. It's like really fiddly, and there's all special enemies and Molotov cocktails and shit. It's just a pain in the fucking ass. Also, another problem is the QTEs. The heat actions from the Yakuza games have been replaced by heat sniping, where you shoot an exploding barrel and it blows up and kills a load of zombies or whatever. But each one is accompanied by a QTE, and the timing on them is so fucking strict that it's absolutely ridiculous. And also in boss battles, you get these QTEs, like you get the boss down to 1 hit point, and then you have to hit a QTE in order to be able to kill them. And if you've missed the QTE, it not only heals the boss back up, it also damages you. And like the only times I died in the game is to QTEs, when I fucked up the QTEs. So yeah, I really was not a fan of QTEs in boss battles. Monster designs are also a bit shit. They seem like, I don't want to say stolen, but they seem completely unoriginal. Like I've seen them before. They just seem like tweaks on Left 4 Dead enemies, most of them, and then like there's some stuff from Resident Evil, and then there's a guy who looks like Decoy Octopus but made of guts. Do you know what I mean? It's like nothing original, and the ones that do look original look absolutely terrible. They look really ugly and shit. So yeah, the monster designs were not that good as far as I'm concerned. The game also suffers from some pretty bad slowdown when the screen is cluttered and there's like a lot of smoke and stuff. The game starts running at like half speed, and it happens quite a lot actually. I don't think I went a single play session without a few instances of slowdown, which obviously isn't good. And the game's also too easy. Like I said, I only died a couple of times, and that was to QTEs. Like nothing really poses a threat. And even if it did, you can carry several health bars worth of healing items, and 1 health bar is roughly equivalent to the amount of hit points a tank has in the game. So nothing really worries me in this game whatsoever. Overall, this is a pretty bad game, to be honest with you, but I kind of like it anyway. There are bits of a good game in here, but there are also bits of a shit game, and it's all kind of smushed together in a shitty but enjoyable mess. I'd happily play through it again, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone else, not without some pretty big disclaimers at least. So yeah, I've been Halls, this has been Defeat the Enemy, and we've been talking about Yakuza Dead Souls.